was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Now McCarron throwing on 2nd. Benjamin with it over the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good job, D. Good job, D. That's right.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Come back, come back. Down. Black 22.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
Check 26, check 26. Blue jet, blue 80. Blue jet, blue 80.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now Peterman on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go now. Please.
They go play action with Peterman. Benjamin's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And some strong running. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard.
2nd down, Peterman. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, here's McCarron. And his throw is incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? McCarron on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Tyrann Mathieu knocks that one away. And when I'm evaluating guys in the game today, who has the best instincts, I'm not sure I put anyone ahead of him.
Really?
Yeah.
You put him up near the top?
I really do. The way that he plays, he almost doesn't have a position anymore. I don't care whether he's a safety, a corner, a nickel, a linebacker. He knows how to get around the football and make plays that affect the game.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now. Out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Come back.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson forced out to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Come back, come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete to QT. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Come back, come back.
Watson now on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Peterman and the Bills come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Darkwood. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green!
Now Peterman on second down. Steps away to his left. And Owen coughed it up. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Richmond! Tiger!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Come back!
To throw on 2nd down. Watson on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Watson buying time to his left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Come back!
Watson on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Come back!
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come back!
Again, it's Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes the Texans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Come back, 22. Back.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Leopard.
They'll run with Darkwan. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Peterman. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Peterman now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black 22. Come back, 22.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Peterman and the Bills come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Hurry up,
Play action. It's Peterman. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Peterman. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After the run, Watson going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Leopard! Gone!
Second down, Peterman. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. Those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Tiger, 22! Back, 22!
To throw on second is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come back, come back.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The 2nd down carry for Irvin. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Richmond. Down. Who ready? Target.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it. This is Irvin. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. the shotgun. Peterman forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A first down carry now for Miller. He spins free. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Richmond.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Peterman now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Peterman on 1st down. Going deep for his tight end play. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Peterman again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Peterman. Benjamin's got it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Peterman. And it's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
Well, I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Anthony Barr in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Peterman now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, here's Watson. He may try and run for this. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30. And that will write a finish to this ball game.